Okay, for familiarization with the loader, we jump in. Of course, we make sure we're seat belted in. So we've got our horn, checking all this stuff out, our wheel. Down here on the floor is the tilt steering wheel. So what we want to do is bring that to a comfortable level where we've got a lot of area to move back and forth. So we've got a brake on this side, a brake on this side, and of course our throttle. So as we make that comfortable, we want to make sure that everything's reachable by that, whether you want to drive it with 1 foot on the brake and 1 foot on the throttle, completely up to you. Of course, we've got all of our air vents for defrosting, for heat. This is some of the brains of the operation. This is our instrument panel. So in order to turn that on, what we have to do is hit our green button for these John Deeres, and what that does is light that up. And then there's a code that we have to put in, shed specific, these, to start those up. Once that's put in, then you go ahead and hit the green button. It starts it up. You've got your stop button. You've also got your beacon on top, roto beam, hazards, your lock, parking brake. These right here are different bucket controls that you can lock in. Of course, your transmission. This is for ride control, lockout. If you're going to disconnect a bucket, defrosters, windshield washers and fluid, of course your lights, your rear lights, windshield wipers, washer, disengage, and of course your transmission lock. So be familiar with all the controls up there. Then you go up to this instrument cluster here. Once you're started, it'll light up and illuminate, tell you how much fuel you've got on board, how much DEF you've got on board, your coolant level, hydraulic, transmission, and engine oil, temperatures on all of those. You can scroll through and it'll tell you different amounts of information, temperature, all the DEF you've got, anything you need to know on that. And of course, this is your joystick. This controls the up and down movements, curling of your bucket, dumping of the bucket, raising and lowering on that. So the buttons on this are also your speed controls. And then to the front of this is your forward and reverse. You need to make sure that's in neutral unless your parking brake's off. Then this here is a counter, so you can count each time that you load a truck, bucket by bucket or truck by truck, depending on how you're going to count that. So going through the operation of this, of course you're going to make sure you're seat belted in. And let's go through. So raising your bucket is just pulling it straight back. Now if you want to dump it, then you're going to take it just to the right. That's going to make that dump. If you want it to come back up, then you're going to push it to the left, get that about even, and then of course down or straight forward will bring that bucket down. Now on this is your turn indicator. So if you're out on the roadway, using your turn indicators. Then you've got your heater and defroster over on this side, air conditioner, and that's what this loader is set up with, those items.